Hello, my name is Elizabeth, and I will be discussing the abolition of Indigenous peoples' cultural individualism in the 1800s, as described in Chapter 7 of DuBois' book, Through Women's Eyes, An American History. The chapter explains the desire of white Americans to diminish the presence of cultural diversity amongst the peoples of their nation. In order to assimilate Indigenous peoples into American society, the U.S. government launched boarding schools utilized to teach Native American children their societal standards. Indigenous children were forcibly removed from their families and coerced into attending these boarding schools, half of the recruited children being girls. The training for girls consisted of skill building for domestic drudgery as they gained experience through servitude for local white families. By the 1890s, the U.S. government managed to enroll and provide bigoted education for thousands of Indigenous children. The U.S. government aims to Americanize the way Native Americans dress, speak, think, and what they believe. In order to assist in the assimilation of Native Americans, white women were utilized as they were deemed morally sound. White women were used as examples to restructure Indigenous families through intimate colonialism. While attending the boarding schools, some Native American women were able to build on English literacy amongst other useful skills, which in turn allowed them access to jobs in the Indian service. The boarding schools that were intended to suppress Indigenous peoples' culture coincidentally provided them with useful skills and the tools to preserve their cultural individualism. Examples of graduates that employed their education to protect their native culture are the Omaha sisters, Suzanne and Suzette LaFlèche, as well as Gertrude Simmons Bonin. Suzanne LaFlèche became the first white-trained Native American woman physician who served her people as a political leader and doctor. Suzette LaFlèche became a writer, activist, and liaison for Indigenous peoples. Gertrude Simmons Bonin became a writer and activist for Native American causes. Conversely, translator, negotiator, and lecturer Paiute Sarah Winnemucca aided Indigenous people in maintaining their cultural identity through the establishment of her bilingual school, which respected the culture of Paiute children despite being uneducated herself. The U.S. government aimed to reform Indigenous people and rid their cultural individuality under the guise of national unity, with a major tool being the education system. Despite these efforts, the Native American people gained the education and tools needed to resist the movements against and suppression of their people, land, and culture. Thank you.